Hello and welcome to Wenll's Guide to soloing Mimiron in ulduar 10 as a hunter. So basically there's about 4 phases to this encounter. Phase 1 is where you take on the tank. Phase 2 you take on his body. Phase 3 you take on his head. And Phase 4 you take on all 3 at once. Phase 1, basically there's some mines he'll lay down, but he only does that in like melee range, so you really shouldn't have to worry about that. He'll also occasionally throw out fire, just move out of that. Essentially you can just have your pet tank the flame leviathan. You don't even have to, or not flame leviathan, but the leviathan mini boss. So Phase 1's pretty simple, just pretty much tank and spank, move out of fire, don't run into mines, and that's pretty much it. Keep up men pet, and you should be fine. Occasionally he does a shock blast, which will damage your pet, but not big a deal. Once you've killed Leviathan, he'll transition into Phase 2, which is his body. His body's got a few abilities you gotta look out for. One is he'll constantly be shooting little lasers, whatever. A main ability you gotta look out for is he does something called laser barrage, where basically he'll do a laser barrage from the front of his body and rotate around the room from the center of the room, whatever. So you just have to make sure you are not, whenever he's about to do that, you're not in front of him. Otherwise you'll be hit for lots of damage. That's the main ability you gotta look out for, is laser barrage in Phase 2. So he's casting little lasers going pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew, and I'm going pew 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 back. It's a pew pew fest. That's another thing he does, is he'll do there'll be a red circle on the ground, just stay out of that. You can see he's doing laser barrage now, so if you're always on the move, you should be able to get out of it. You can see I'm just running in a circle around him. I ended up having to change which direction I was running, but yeah. Pretty much as long as you just run in a circle around him, you should be fine for laser barrage. So other than that, your self heal should pretty much keep you fully healed along with your Chimera shot, so shouldn't be too hard of a phase. As long as you just keep going in a circle, you should be pretty fine. Go in a circle, don't stay in melee. You can see he does that little AoE fire thingy, but not hard. Just rotate for Phase 2. Phase 3 is his head, which will be flying, and for that you just want to DPS his head. I don't think his head has, yeah, his head has less health, but obviously it's in the air, so your pet can't really be tanking him, but I mean it won't be that big a deal. So you can try and get your pet to tank him. You might be able to tank him a little bit, but yeah. Whenever ads spawn, just go ahead and MD him onto your pet. I just go back to DPSing the boss. If you want to, occasionally, once you start getting lots of ads, you can start AoEing them all down, but it's not that big a deal. You can see they're not really doing that much damage to me right now, so. Once you've killed the head, just go ahead and kill the rest of the ads. And now for the final phase, what's going to happen is you're going to have all three of them up at the same time. They'll start out at half health each. Now what you want to do is, they're going to have pretty much the same abilities they originally had, which will complicate matters. I recommend tanking them in the center and just keep rotating around them. Now what you want to do is literally just keep rotating around them, and then aside from that, try and get your pet to get on them. You might have to feign death. But aside from that, what you want to do is DPS all three sections down to probably around 10%. Because if you kill them, then they will respawn if you don't kill all three in like a 10-15 second window. So you can see he's doing a laser barrage, so I want to make sure I'm behind him. But he'll be summoning ads, he'll be doing the laser barrage, he'll be doing all three of his abilities. The red stuff on the little red missile thingy on the ground. So just do your best to DPS all three parts down as much as you can. And once you've got all three fairly low, then you can go ahead and start killing them, and just kill them really quick. And as long as you do it correctly, you should be able to kill them. So yeah, the final phase is probably the hardest part, because you've got all three ability or bosses to contend with, mini bosses. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. So hope you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.